David Crosby, a founding member of the Byrds and Crosby, Stills and Nash, died on January 18, 2023, at the age of 81. Crosby logged 17 top 40 charting songs on the Hot 100, spanning his solo work as part of the Byrds and the supergroups Crosby, Stills and Nash and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And according to Classic Rock and Culture, he cameoed with colleagues Joni Mitchell, James Taylor, Jackson Browne, Carole King, and of course Stephen Stills, Graham Nash, and Neil Young. Surprisingly, such artists also as John Mayer, Gary Wright, Pink Floyd's David Gilmour, and Hootie and the Blowfish. But he also contributed his voice to albums by Bonnie Raitt, Phil Collins, Dan Fogelberg, Joe Walsh, and Bob Dylan. His work started out in the folk rock genre before transitioning with Stephen Stills and Graham Nash into a singer-songwriter style that would take him through the 1970s and beyond. Crosby was responsible for helping a newly arrived Laurel Canyon transplant, Joni Mitchell, get her first record in America, while also falling deeply in love with her until she broke up with him through a song she sang at a party they attended, the song about the Midway. And he said, "It was so good, she sang it twice." He was close friends with a who's who of rock and roll in L.A., with James Taylor, Michelle Phillips, Frank Zappa, Jim Morrison, Carole King, Roger McGuinn, J.D. Souther, Linda Ronstadt, and so many others. The New York Times wrote, Mr. Crosby's image as the twinkle-eyed stoner and sardonic hedonist of the cosmic age was said to have been a model for the obstinate free spirit played by Dennis Hopper in the 1969 movie Easy Rider. He will be remembered as one of the figureheads of the counterculture, the hippie movement, those boomers who imbibed throughout the 1970s and 80s in lots of drugs and alcohol. There's his drug arrests, his prison term, his run-ins with the law, a weapons charge, and recently he made news with his rather temperamental tweets to both rockers Eddie Van Halen and Dee Snider. And he irked many of his fans who felt he was at times an ungrateful jerk, out of touch with those people who had made him a wealthy celebrity and musician. But he is certainly not the only rock star who was terse or gave a cold shoulder to his followers. He was usually offered forgiveness, even for the more asinine encounters. He was only human after all. And by all accounts, he was a wonderful and devoted lifetime friend to so many. Just a day before his death was announced, Crosby responded to a post, which is a screenshot of a Google search for the phrase, "Can we go to heaven with tattoos?" His interesting and timely answer? "I heard the place is overrated. Cloudy." Rest easy, Mr. Crosby. You've earned it.